Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Dark Forces Kyle Katarn figure. Two things with this. Number one, I'll be short. I always thought this guy was really cool when I was a kid, when I was really into Star Wars. I was like, oh man, there's this cool guy with a beard who has a gun and a lightsaber. That is such a cool combination. That is so awesome. I wish there was an action figure of him. And there was. I think there was a Power of the Force version, but I was never able to get my hands on it. Now, the other guy that was kind of in that sphere was Dash Rendar. I was a huge fan of him in the Star Wars action figure kind of game, and they recently made a version of him in Star Wars The Black Series form, which I did unbox and do a review here on the channel. But the next guy kind of in that sphere, like I said, would be Kyle Katarn. These dudes from, when I was a kid, from the Star Wars canon universe that they never really had good toys for, and now years later they finally do. So here we are with Kyle Katarn. But as you can tell by the title, there is something a little bit interesting about this figure, and that is that he looks just like Ryan Gosling. I mean, almost the spitting image of Ryan Gosling in this action figure. It's just nearly unbelievable. So you get a good look at him now. Let's review the figure, and then we can get a better look at that face. So take a look at the box, and we can honestly talk more about it. It's very cool. You got the Gaming Greats logo on there. That's the little sticker that they slap on all their, unique Black Series. But they have the label there from Star Wars Dark Forces. I never played the game. I don't really know too much about it. I just know that Kyle Katarn had a lightsaber and a gun, so that was instantly cool in my book. In the classic legend story told in Star Wars Dark Forces, fearless mercenary for hire Kyle Katarn accepted a Rebel Alliance contract to investigate the Imperial Dark Trooper program and steal the Death Star plans. And I think the Dark Trooper showed up. There goes my dog. Let me shut the door quick. I think they talked about him, or the Dark Troopers in Mando? Aren't those the guys that Luke comes in and absolutely massacres? I have no idea. But let's talk more about the figure. All right. Something cool they're doing with their new Jedis, I saw it with Quinlan Voss, is this kind of swinging effect with the lightsabers. It's this fairly, decently thick size of plastic. Or you guys know what I mean there. No insinuations. But I don't know. It's kind of cool, and it looks really nice. I mean, I love just this blue color. That is super sweet. I wish they would make one for Mace Windu. Maybe they already have, but I would love to have that in purple. And then next up here, we have the lightsaber itself. I can't really speak to the hilt. It does look really cool, but I don't really know much about his specific lightsaber. However, it is blue, and that is cool. I love that blue color. So if you guys were curious, you can pop out the top there and slide that in. And we got that lightsaber effect, so that is really sweet. I'm going to pop this right back in. And then the only other accessory that he does come with is going to be this cool-looking blaster. I love how that looks. It's kind of like a revolver-esque. Let me give some more light in there, and you can focus. And there we go. That's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. All right, so getting to the figure. Down here at the bottom, we have those typical kind of pirate boots, all black just below the knee, or up to just below the knee. So there you go. He's got brown pants on, single-jointed knees, which is, of course, a bummer, but, it's Hasbro. What do we expect? But brown pants. On the belt here, there is a little holster there, or a little, grabber for the lightsaber, and then we have a holster for the pistol. I think the lightsaber, you guys get the picture on that, but for the holster, you can slide that right in there. It looks very nice. On his arms, he has these really cool brown bracers, and then he has an open, that'd be right hand. And then for his left hand, he's got a little trigger hand. And then this very cool kind of Jorah Mormont-esque, I don't even know what you would call that shirt, tunic, a tan tunic, let's call it. And that is really sweet. I really like how that looks. Very, very cool. And he has a cool leather pauldron on there, making him look like the Fallout character. But yeah, like I said, this head sculpt is almost identical to Ryan Gosling. I mean, come on. They might as well do a movie already with him. If you were curious, there's a look at the back. I don't know, maybe you can get some Obi-Wan out of this, but at least the way I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that is 100% Ryan Gosling. Factually, this is the Star Wars The Black Series Kyle Katarn, and this is honestly a really cool figure. I'm very excited to pose this around. Let me give you guys a little bit of the action here. Ooh, the pauldron moves a little bit. That's pretty sweet. Let's see if we can do this, though. Let's get him down at the hip, and then kind of have the lightsaber out in front, so we'll draw the pistol, throw that in there. Awesome. That looks great. And then we will equip the lightsaber here. And beautiful. There we go. An awesome figure. Didn't even know they were going to make him. But there we have it. The Star Wars The Black Series Kyle Katarn. Sorry for my creaky floors, but that is going to be it, folks. As always, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day.